The ultimate in mobility is staying light. When you want to be out hole hopping on the ice, or like me, in the one-man shelter and I want to stay on the move quickly, the less gear you drag around, the better. A couple simple things that you can do is just travel light. I usually just take a rod, skimmer, a one-man shelter, my electronics, and then of course my bait. But rather than lugging around a big minnow bucket, I just throw a few minnows in a bait puck. I'll leave my minnow bucket back at the truck or the wheelhouse or wherever I'm staying, and then I can just travel light. I don't have all this gear to lug around. I can go from hole to hole with ease and get to the fish quicker. So travel light, pack light, simple tips like that to keep your minnows in a bait puck. That was your Midwest Outdoors tip of the week.
So there's a couple different techniques to focus on when you're out white fishing. One is the pattern I'm doing right now. Watch it, I'm hitting the bottom. Every time I come down right there, I'm hitting the bottom. It's like 2 to 3 inches, and I call it cat and mousing them. I like to make them chase it. So they definitely get fired up when you make them chase it. So if you watch me, my cadence is just real erratic. But one thing, if you watch, I never bend my wrist. So I use my body and my arm, but I don't use my wrist. That way, anytime they bite, you will feel that bite when they hit it. For my calling technique, if I'm not marking fish on my electronics, I'll work very aggressively. So I'll bring it up off the bottom a little bit higher and just rip it and work it aggressive. As soon as I mark a fish, like now I just marked a fish, I'll go back down to my pattern, drop back down to the bottom, and go back into your short, little fast cadence, your fast little hops. That's how you do it. I'm Bret Alexander, and that's another tip from Midwest Outdoors.